Well, thoughts from my kitchen table in this period of isolation. Well, first of all, the economic impact of coronavirus, which I'll talk about today, is huge. But fortunately, the job protection scheme that has been put in by Rishi Sunak, where 80% of the salaries are paid for, is going to actually have a big impact on what could have been a disastrous unemployment position. And capital economics thinks that the difference is something like it may be 6% unemployed relative to 4 today, rather than maybe 8 or 9% that it could have ended up to be. So that's all good. But the other very important matter was the business interruption loan scheme, which is for SMEs with turnover less than 45 million. That's a lot of companies. And this is essentially to help companies with declining cash flow and with a declining sales. But the way that scheme is being administered is through the banks. Now, the lens really that the bank's going to apply is going to be the same as if you were applying for a normal loan. And so it's quite a bureaucratic process. So it's not a simple matter of just sort of pinging an email to your bank manager and saying, I want this loan. There's processes to go through, and that is going to take time. Now, banks, aren't overpopulated with administrators. And so this load on the banks is going to be very significant. So the question is whether they are capable of rising to the challenge and dealing with these requests coming in. Now, in the wording, it's saying that those people that are seeing the fall in cash flows or seeing the fall of revenue can apply. Of course, this is going to be a lengthy process. So in order to protect your business, you're going to have to start early. And you're going to have to convince in the plan that you know that your sales are going to be down by this amount, because you need to apply now before it's actually happened. Because by the time it's happened, you could well be out of business. But getting the plan right and not taking shortcuts is really important. So whatever you need to do in your business planning needs to be done in the same rigorous way as you'd submit to the banks. Now, I have my doubts whether the banks are able to rise to the challenge and the amount of administration that will be required in this. And let's hope they do. But that's a big risk. So if you're running a business and you think you will need it, the message is get going now and plan and prove that you're going to be losing the cash flow and you're going to be losing the sales in the future. Don't wait till you've already had it, because you may well be not around to collect the money.